That's how it is in relationships.
That's right.
We don't want to do anything. That God has done some great things in our relationships, and then we feel that God has to do everything else in our relationships.
That's right.
That's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case. When we, in our minds, identify in our marriages or in our relationships that we don't have anything to do, the four horsemen have an opportunity to sneak in.
Wow.
All right.
The four horsemen have an opportunity to sneak in. Right? So we're starting today. I'm still mad. All right? So the four horsemen, what attempts to destroy relationships? Sin. Sin attempts to destroy a relationship. And this is not your relationship with your brother. This is not your relationship with your cousin. I'm talking about your relationship with your little boo thing, with honey cakes, sugar dumpling, whatever you call them, whatever you have called them, or whatever you will call them. Some of you all may not be in a relationship right now, but this is great for you. I want you to catch this.
Amen.
Because this is going to make the relationship that you're going to even better.
That's right.
Because I don't think you're going to be single for the rest of your life.
Amen. Right.
That's not the will of God. I know you may have been hurt or damaged by a relationship, and you said, well, I ain't going to be with nobody else. Yeah, well, you know, a couple of, Jesus, Lord. A couple of birthdays by yourself, a couple of Mother's Days by yourself, a couple of Valentine's Day by yourself. You're going to rethink that.
That's right. That's right.
Because you just get mad, just get upset when you go into Walgreens. Why is all this red stuff in here? It's Valentine's Day. That's the color that they have. But when we decide not to do something, sin creeps in. Sin creeps in. Sin creeps in. And how do we allow sin to creep in? Because it happens when an illusion of whom we are married to fades. The person that we walk down the aisle with, the person that we have betrothed ourselves with, that person that you clicked on Facebook and said that you're in a relationship with, and their little picture is above everybody else's picture on your page. How the relationship goes awry, or how we allow sin to come in, is when I start to discount who I have on my team.
All right.
Okay, all right. I'm going to help you today. This is not really one that you got to shout. You ain't got to holler back at me. I'm going to give you the business, and we're going to move on. Amen. The second horseman that comes in is age. Because what happens is, in a lot of times, as we grow old. And because we grow old, we grow apart. So now what was, sitting up, kind of hanging a little bit.
Jesus.
What was, free of wrinkles was just beautiful, looked like skin, cocoa butter. Now, look like I want to put some stapler on your face and iron out some of this. That crow's feet all right here, got lines everywhere. Botox won't even have all that stuff that's going on. And sometimes age is able to creep into the relationship. I've lost something. That's one of the things that Stella wanted back. When she got her groove back, she thought she was old. Like, man, I'm too old for this, or I can't do that. So I'm gonna tell you this. Seniors, if you're 50 or above, 55 or something, get out.
Amen.
Y'all go to the movies or something. Y'all go dance or something. Don't get to eat. My daddy told me don't get over clothes.
All right.
Nothing. Number 3, forgetfulness. You take for granted the faithfulness of your mate. Like you take for granted the fact that she was with you when nobody else wanted to be with you.
That's right.
Like you had that Mike Jones syndrome. Back then you didn't want me. Only she did. She was the only one that wanted me, and we was down. But then now I'm getting a couple of people that look at me and, hey, what's up with it? I forget about who she was or who he was to me. Maybe not even from a male perspective, from a female perspective. Maybe you have forgotten that when you were overweight, he still loved you.
Let's go.
Now you and Jennifer Hudson, y'all meeting at the Weight Watcher thing, the Jenny Craig thing, and you done got some new clothing and you done lost your mind. I mean, because you got to think about it, if both of you all, overweight, it's cool. But then one of y'all lose weight, then, the other one immediately gets a little, hey, hold on now, what's going on, man?
Right.
Somebody new, No, don't forget that. Don't allow it to sneak in. And number 4 is one of the biggest things, is laziness. Laziness. I don't think that it's fair that you put on your A game when you're trying to get him or her, and then once you got him, you forget your A game. Amen. Like before, you prancing around the house with your little, with his man pleaser on. Vicky ain't got no secrets tonight. You done sprayed the sheets with, your perfume. For the married folk, because if you ain't married, I ain't talking about this part right here. Ain't got nothing to do with you. But now, after you done got him, come to bed with rollers in the head, and then you come to bed and you got, like the Boy Scout knot on your robe. I mean, it's like, double knot, He roll over trying to pull it, like, what is that? That brother got to go get some scissors to cut that thing. Laziness. And not only from an appearance standpoint, but what we did. Amen. Like if you blowing up her, texting her all day, you're texting him all day, all of a sudden, when it stops, then that person now is like, hey, what happened?
Right.
I think we get comfortable too big in relationships.
Right.
Amen.
And I think that if you did it to get them, they are believing that this is always going to happen.
That's right.
Don't be sending me no flowers at my job just to woo me. And then when you get me, you done forgot the address to the job.
That's right.
Now, I bet you if you call me on my lunch break and I don't answer my phone, you'll remember the address to the job.
That's right.
One of y'all seen Cliff. I know he should be back right now. You see something about that nonsense. Amen. So these are the 4 things that come to try to steal your relationship, to destroy your relationship. So before we even get into today's message, and it's going to be like boom, 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 it's going to be right at you. So I want you writing, because I'm going to talk to the men first, then I'm going to talk to the women. That's why I said I wanted you to bring your boo thing with you, because it's not good enough for you to get the word, then you go back and try to tell them at the house. Because then it's not going to be received right, because then they're going to think you're trying to change them. But if both of you all heard the word at the same time, then you all can go home and work on yourself. Because see, what will happen is if your boo thing not here, you're going to go home trying to fix them.
That's right.
But if both of you all hearing the word, you can go home and you all can work on yourself.